Hello all, welcome to the presentation on Pain in Advanced Incurable Cancers, a multi-perspective mixed method study. I'm Shravanti Maya, PhD research scholar at the Indian Institute of Technology, along with my supervisor and advisor, Dr. Mahati Chittam, Assistant Professor of Health and Medical Psychology at the Department of Liberal Arts, Indian Institute of Technology. As I walk you through the presentation, the contents would be an introduction, operational definitions, literature review, gaps in existing research, and suggestions for future research. So, an introduction about the advanced incurable cancers. Advanced incurable cancer patients rated this stage as more devastating than initial stages of cancer diagnosis, and families are negatively impacted as the cancer is not often curable. The psychological issues which are encountered are decreased quality of life, existential and spiritual crisis, increased levels of psychological distress, and difficulty in symptom management. Coming to the operational definitions, pain, unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage or described in some terms of such damage. Advanced incurable cancer, it's a term that's commonly used to describe primary cancer that is unlikely to be cured or secondary cancer that is unlikely to be cured. Primary caregivers, family or caregivers are responsible for the physical, emotional, and often financial support of another person who's unable to care for himself or herself due to illness, injury, or disability. The care recipient may be a family member, life partner, or friend. Multi-perspective. It's a broad term used to encompass multiple and possibly heterogeneous viewpoints, representations, and roles that can be adopted within both a collaborative and non-collaborative context also. Let's look at the worldwide psycho-oncology research on pain in advanced cancers. It's the key research that's being presented. Margaret et al. Study in 1995 on their study and assessment of pain in advanced cancer patients found that there was a need to undertake pain assessments during the time that the patient is undergoing treatment procedures or the treatment in itself. Patients' behavioral changes are indicative of pain, which must be monitored and well addressed. Vainio and Ovnen in 1996, in their study on prevalence of symptoms among patients with advanced cancer, an international collaborative study found that prevalence of pain levels from moderate to severe was observed in 60% of the sample, and pain was found to be the most feared symptom among the patients. And differences which were significant in the prevalence of pain symptoms were found based on the symptoms and the primary site of cancer. Zappatella et al. In 2000, in their study on prevalence and characteristics of breakthrough pain in cancer patients admitted to a hospice, found that breakthrough pain was classified amongst the patient as somatic in 46% of them, visceral in 30%, neuropathic in 10%, and few mixed etiology of 16%. 75% of the patients were dissatisfied with their pain control methods, and episodes of pain were often unpredictable and uncontrollable in a few of them. Few more research. Jacobson et al.'s research in 2009 on their barriers to cancer pain management, a review of empirical research, found that there was reluctance from patients' end to report pain, and patients' beliefs were related to inadequate adherence to the pain medication. And the most prominent physician related barrier was the physician's insufficient knowledge about cancer pain management, inadequate patterns of pain assessment, and inadequate opioid prescriptions. Gauthier et al. In 2009, in their study on acceptance of pain, a study in patients with advanced cancer, found that acceptance and coping was linked to patients' ability to live with the ongoing pain, and it resulted in increased psychological well being. Parents who had children at home found it difficult to cope with their cancer pain. Fear interfered with the patient's treatment progression, and fear of death was associated with increased levels of pain in the patients. Mosher et al. Study in 2013, Living with Metastatic Breast Cancer, a qualitative analysis of physical, psychological, and social sequelae, found that frequent confrontations with internal losses such as liberty, intimacy, body image, and identity were found. Quality of life, the disease perceptions, awareness of distress, all of these contributed to ways in which the woman viewed the sample which was done and how they coped with their illness. Constraints were observed on the social, interpersonal aspects such as disclosure of information and reluctance in discussing the prognosis by the caregivers. Research in India, which was done on advanced incurable cancer patients. Gehendo's research in 2006 on cancer pain management found that The ultimate goal of the cancer pain management should be ensuring optimum quality of life and restoring physical and psychological health among the patients diagnosed with advanced incurable cancers. Rajappa et al. In 2008, on their study in chemotherapy for advanced lung cancers, a 5-year experience found that prolonged sessions of chemotherapy showed meager response rates and increased morbidity in the patients. There was no difference in the outcome of the patients treated with first or second generation treatment procedures. Non adherence towards treatment might be due to lack of adequate finances, losing out on the patient's perception of the illness and their follow ups. Few more researchers, Rastogi, Thapa, and Ahuja in 2011, in their study on cancer pain management current status, found that although 95% cancer pain can be managed, the authors found that this was an under-addressed area due to its recurrent nature and because it is linked with other complex and multiple etiologies. And patients with cancer-related or treatment-related pain are more anxious than the patients without such pain. The authors also suggested that it's important to create awareness about pain and its impact among patients and caregivers through psychoeducation and to encourage discussions by patients on their pain levels and management strategies. Satija et al. On their study in breast cancer pain management, a review of current and novel therapies found that more effective ways for managing breast cancer pain are needed, such as alternative therapies and individualized pain management techniques. The gaps that were found in psycho-oncological research in relation to the Indian population was research has not examined pain from the perspectives of care providers, such as physicians, nurses, and the care recipients, both the patients and caregivers. Limited research has been done using the mixed method approach so as to gain an in depth understanding of pain, both from the viewpoint of experiential aspects of pain and the trends or associations with the experience of pain. Studies in India have focused on pain only from a pharmacological perspective, ignoring the psycho emotional aspects of pain. And limited empirical work has been done on pain, specifically in advanced incurable cancers. Some of the suggestions for future research could be incorporating a multi perspective method into cancer care would broaden the dimensions of care, exploring the impact of pain on the multiple dimensions of a patient's life, understanding the process of coping among the cancer patients and their caregivers, importance of informational support while dealing with cancer patients with advanced cancers in Indian scenarios. Knowing the specific factors that shape the perception of pain would help us devise personalized pain management plans. A multi perspective dimension to the study would be giving a holistic understanding of pain and its experiences. It would act as a base for future longitudinal studies and to do site specific pain research also. Few more suggestions. Many studies have focused only on the pharmacological aspects of pain. A need to address the other factors, the psychological, social, financial, environmental, is observed. Pain and advanced cancers are a highly under researched area. Research has to focus on developing models of care and management. Thank you for listening patiently all through the presentation.